Welcome back to another Music Monday. It is episode 14. Crazy to think that I've been doing this for 14 weeks in a row. And I have to thank you guys so much for the support. I say it every time, and I'm going to continue to say it every time because I truly am appreciative of you guys showing up every single week, telling me what to listen to. Cole, get your bitch ass on this band. What have you been waiting for your entire life? No, but with all seriousness, we're making a return this week to Falling in Reverse. So, my best friend, Dakota Phillips, who I talked about, we used to do these Music Mondays on this audio app called Voxer on our phones. And we would send each other music choices every week. And then we would do an analysis and we would send it back to the other person. And so he was the first person on Music Monday on my YouTube channel to send me Falling in Reverse. And I did Popular Monster. I reviewed that. And that was like the first video that really blew up. And so last night we were at our friend Angie's house for a get-together because we haven't seen each other in a long time, all of us friends. And he reminded me, he said, "Hey man, have you listened to Carry On by Falling in Reverse yet?" And I said, "No man, but tomorrow's Music Monday, so I'm gonna get after it." And if you've seen the ones that I've done on Falling in Reverse, I really kind of highlighted and emphasized Ronnie Radke and his remarkable journey of ups and downs and how far he's come and the great music that he's been making as of recently. And it seems like his life has really taken a positive turn in the right direction after having a kid and going through jail and all that shit. So again, like all the other songs that I've reacted to, I've listened to, I have no prior knowledge about Carry On, don't know when it dropped, don't know any of the content matter, any of the subject matter, so I'm just going off of a whim. But I'm excited because Falling in Reverse, they sound pleasant. The music's always great, but the storytelling in their music videos is really exceptional. And Ronnie Radke, like I've said before, he's so talented and I think honestly underrated because he can rap. He's rapped in some of their songs. He can obviously sing. He can obviously scream. He's a good performer. And he has a captivating personality that it's like no matter how you feel about the guy, people talk about him. And they always say that it doesn't always have to be good press. Even bad press is good press because you have people that are talking about you. So, I'm excited to get into this choice. Spell Sorry, I'm just getting lost in the music. I was trying to figure out something to comment on. I mean, I guess so. Since there's no music video this time, I actually have the lyrics up in front of me, and he's talking about gravity don't mean too much to me. Now I'm floating near the atmosphere. I don't know if this is kind of alluding to if he continued down the path that he was going, then he would obviously die at some point. And so that's why gravity isn't holding him here. He's about ready to pass on. And he doesn't miss the feeling and to wipe the tears from his face. Very, I think, touching subject matter. Maybe I'm not right on what he's actually speaking of. But it seems like Ronnie, I don't know. I mean, from all these choices that you guys have sent to me, it just seems like he's kind of had an awakening over the last 4 or 5 years. And maybe it was happening before that. I'm not entirely sure. But this guy just seems so much more conscious of, the things that he was doing in his life that were negative or toxic and weren't really fulfilling him with joy. I know he has a daughter, so I'm assuming that really impacted him in his decision making moving forward. But I just have to commend him. I mean, I think I've said this on every Falling in the Reverse video or song choice that you guys have sent me, is like, it really seems like this guy has turned around his life for the better. And it's so cool to see because, like I've said in previous videos, I guess it's just like I didn't really know who Ronnie was as a person, and I hadn't really listened to his music. And it's all very touching. It's all very deep and intricate. And I mean, it's like, again, we wouldn't have this version of Ronnie if he hadn't gone through what he's been through in life, whether that was like in his childhood, because in one of those music videos, he greets his mom when it looks like it's in heaven. It's an all white room, and she's saying that she apologizes, and he says that I didn't come here for an apology. I came here to tell you that I am who I am today because of what you did. So thank you. And again, that doesn't come very easy. That doesn't happen right away. That is something that all of us have to figure out. For one, we have to acknowledge it. We have to have the power inside of us to acknowledge the fact that we're fucked up from our childhood. But to then accept it and move forward and be like, all right, so then I'm not going to let this dictate how I carry on in life. Look at that, man. Look at that transition, that segue. That was beautiful. Damn. That shit goes hard, bro. Wait. What did he say? Who we are is determined by the scars. Motherfucker, that's what I was just talking about. And the way that I can relate this to my life is because of the breakup that I went through a few months ago. And if you guys had watched that video, you heard about me bring it up, not to go into grave detail. Wasn't in love with the girl, but I had strong feelings, and the relationship was evolving to the point where I think both of us did. And I truly did get fucked over. And instead of holding on to that resentment and that anger and what she did, I chose to channel all that anger and that aggression and all those feelings that I had, and I just took that and I focused that shit inward, and I doubled down on like self-love, self-compassion, I started meditating in the morning. I started doing gratitude journal. I get outside every day and I walk for 45 minutes. Um, I don't look at my phone very much, and I think honestly, a testament to a lot of the success on this channel is from all that hard work that I've put into myself. It's kind of like, I don't know, I'm a big believer in law of manifestation, or what you put out into the universe is ultimately what you receive. And also it's like, I'm consistent. I've showed up for the last 14 weeks despite how I felt, despite how I feel. If I feel shitty that day, I still make a video. But you can use your scars as motivators. You can use your scars as fuel to change. I don't think anger is necessarily this emotion that we should deem like, oh, it shouldn't be there. Like, you shouldn't be angry. You should never be upset. You should never be mad. Honestly, I think anger is one of the most powerful emotions. And like I said, I used that emotion and all those feelings, and I processed it too. Like, I didn't like sit there and cope by drinking, smoking pot, or like looking at porn or these unfulfilling aspects of life. I took all that shit and I just focused inward. And I mean, honestly, 2 months removed from a painful experience, and I am completely a different person. I don't view myself as the same person that was sitting down in this chair 2 months ago. So now I know, I haven't been through, I can't put myself into the perspective of Ronnie, because I'm sure he's had so many way more fucked up things happen to him. I'm just using my breakup, the relationship, as an example. I mean, pain, suffering, tragedy, that's all subjective to different people. So things that are hard for you might not be hard for me. Or maybe, I'm just a more caring, compassionate individual. So when I get into relationships and I truly like somebody, it makes it harder. The feelings are a lot more immense when things end. But I love that line, who we are is determined by the scars. And that's no knock. I mean, how can you go through life and not experience any pain or any suffering or any hardship? I mean, if you manage to get through life and your parents covered up and were helicopter parents and didn't expose you and didn't let you fucking suffer, they just gave you everything that you wanted, you're gonna have a hard time surviving in the real world. Like, the real world is gonna swallow you up. Death is like a one-way ticket to a twisted star. Bro, just gotta sit here and collect my thoughts. It's a powerful song. I don't know why. I mean, it's honestly deeply philosophical. And another line that I really attach myself to is, with no sense of direction, we're just wandering. And maybe if I'll just continue off of the breakup as a good example, for what I'm listening to in this song is I think people need more direction in life. I think that they need a purpose. I think they need a sense of responsibility. I think they need a sense of accountability. And if I'm gonna be honest, I mean, I don't know, because this is like a touchy subject for a lot of people, but religion. So honestly, throughout the breakup as well, I started just having these conversations with myself out loud, talking out loud. And I was really hurting. Like, I've definitely gone through way worse moments in my life where I was like down bad for months, months on end. So I won't say that like this most recent relationship was the hardest thing that I went through, but the pain was real, you know. And I just turned to whatever voice or whatever person was out there to listen to me, and I came across what I believe to be God. And now, again, I don't know how people are going to take that. I'm not trying to turn people away. I never wanted to be a person that was going to preach religion to other people. But I honestly think with how degenerate our culture and our society is, and how easy it is to get lost in the fray of all the negative shit on social media, I honestly think for religion's purpose, it could bring people a lot of clarity, and it could bring people back to the right set of morals. Now, again, I'm not going to be a Bible thumper, but through this process, I found what I believe to be God, and I've always been a spiritual guy. Now, I think spirituality and religion are different than one another, so I kind of have both of those aspects to my personality. But honestly, ever since I've come across this idea and talking to God, and that can be in your own way. I'm not trying to convince people to be religious, because I don't even go to church, and I don't think you have to go to church if you're religious. You choose what you do with that. But I just think people are so misled, and it's unfortunate. And I think honestly, if people just really like looked internally and assessed who they are and looked at their values and their belief systems, and if you got trauma from your past, it's like, okay, well then it's time to sort that out. And so everything that Ronnie embodies, but is talked about on these songs, it's deeply philosophical. It's sort of like he's in pursuit and he's in search of just being a better man. And I think that's kind of a religious idea. A religious pursuit is like, why would you not want to better your life in every single way? And so just by hearing this song, the set of lyrics, my God, it sounded amazing. Like I got lost a few times in the instruments, and especially about like halfway through, and there was kind of like that, I don't know if you could call it a breakdown, but it just kind of got really heavy with the instruments. I mean, I was just fucking headbanging back and forth. But like I said, like what I really admire about Ronnie is he just seems to be on this pursuit of change and growth and evolution and prosperity, and it's just so it's so nice to see on the outside, because this guy has so much influence on his fans and the people that pay attention to what he's doing. And I think if you're any public figure, any musician, anybody on YouTube, you, with your network of people that are seeing your shit, you need to be careful with the information that you're giving to people, how you act, because you are influencing people. I mean, you are literally changing the world in some ways. And so that's kind of what I've been thinking about here recently with religion. And my platform on YouTube is like, I think honestly, one of my purposes while I'm on this earth is to help people, and that can come in a variety of ways. So yeah, I'm technically doing these music reactions, but I think what makes me stand out from the crowd is like, you look at me and I'm thinking about it hard. Like, I'm getting philosophical, I'm getting deep, I'm trying to take this to a whole nother level. And it's like, I hope people appreciate that, because this is truly who I am. Like, I would do this with you guys if we were one-on-one, not listening to music. We would talk about some deep ass shit. That's why I don't like surface level small talk. It doesn't work very often. I mean, it's good to develop that as a skill, but it's like, I like to cut through the bullshit. And honestly, this channel has helped me figure that out. So listening to Ronnie, listening to these bands, listening to these artists, it's like it's a reaction, it's a music reaction, but I think it's just so much more deeply layered than that. That's why my reactions end up being like 20, 25 minutes, man, because like I just I don't know, I like to give my own spin, I like to give my own take, and I'm sorry, that's a really deep rant, but I kind of go all over the place. That's what's hard. Like I got my fucking OCD. Sometimes I can't focus. But yeah, like I said, I am always thoroughly impressed, especially with the new stuff, like the last 4 or 5 years of what Falling in Reverse has been putting out, and then Ronnie Radke, man, how he's really just transformed as a person. And I mean, that's what life is about. I mean, if you're staying stagnant, that can't make you happy. I mean, you gotta get uncomfortable. You gotta get out there. You gotta challenge yourself. You gotta embrace the pain, and you gotta use that pain and channel it in a positive way. Like I said, 2 months in, or 2 months after this relationship is over, I'm a different person, and I'm the happiest I've ever been, and I'm focused, and I'm determined, and I'm disciplined, and it's like I just want to keep going, whether that's with this Music Monday. I want to chase my dreams, my goals. Ultimately, one day I know I'm going to get out to Utah, so you guys are going to be seeing me in the mountains doing Music Monday. Like, whoa, man, like this guy's really made it. But yeah, I mean, it's just, fuck, this is great music. So thank you, Dakota, for this suggestion. Thank you for everyone that's come to the channel giving suggestions. It's hard to track now because I've gotten so many, so we're gonna have to try and filter out each and every week what should be the next one I should review. But anyways, I'm bouncing all over the place. I'm gonna stop talking. I hope you guys enjoyed that review. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe, like the video, tell your friends, tell your mothers, tell your baby mothers, tell your kids. I mean, tell anybody that you know that might like it over here. You guys know where to find me. I'm mainly just now on YouTube and then Instagram, so follow me on either one and send me in your suggestions. And next week we'll get to Music Monday number 15. And I forgot to mention earlier on in the video that actually technically tomorrow, so Monday, July 26th, I am done with my final college class. My online summer class finishes, and then I will get my degree and graduate. So now I can put even more focus into Music Monday in this channel. And it's just, fuck, man, the timing is crazy of like how things are gonna work out. But I love you all. I will see you on the next video. Bye-bye.